me from First Vanadium this afternoon. I'm joined by Paul Cowley. Paul, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Nice to have you with us. Very well, thank you. Look,
very pleased to be here.
quite an exciting story, this one. Tell me about your deposit in North America.
This is a deposit that's been unvalued and unrecognized and missed out for the last 50 years. And it's in a location where it's in the Carlin gold trend, which has its massive success and all the infrastructure that's there. It's been completely overlooked.
Well, you've spotted its potential, but why has it been overlooked up till now, do you reckon?
Well, vanadium hasn't really been on the radar screen of many people. Vanadium has been, metal prices have been around the $3 range for many, many years. And over the last 3 years, just because of the serious supply deficit in the last 5 years, the metal price has gone from $3 to over $34 a pound. It's extraordinary.
Well, it's done phenomenally well. Did you see it doing this well in particular?
No, when we went to pick up this project a year ago, it was $8 a pound. So great timing for us to be moving this project along.
Absolutely. And in terms of doing just that, what stage is it at? Is there a resource on this project?
There's we're at the late stages of its exploration. We've completed 2 drill programs. We will have a new resource calculation in Q1 next year.
What kind of grades are you seeing?
Well, the intercepts are in the order. This is a high-grade primary vanadium deposit. We're often getting intercepts of up to between 20 and 50 meters thick near surface, that are ranging from 0.4% V2O5 to 1.2%. So there's a good range between the 0.6 and 0.8% V2O5. So extraordinary deposit. Near surface, amenable for open pitting at a ratio of about 2.5 to 1.
And as you say, good infrastructure.
Amazing. 6 miles away from railhead.
Very good. So that updated resource you're hoping to have Q1 next year?
Correct.
And then what will be the focus from there?
We'll launch right into a pre-feasibility. We're very strong. We already see that this project has fantastic merits. So we're bypassing the PEA stage because that's just a waste of time and money in our view. We'll go right to a pre-feasibility. And around this time next year, we'll have those numbers.
Have you got a rough back of the envelope calculation as to what the value of this is at the moment?
Yes, I do, but I can't share that with your viewers.
But you're confident?
What I can say is the in situ metal value of this deposit has grown since we've picked it up, now sitting at $10 billion US.
Right. And what is your what's the ownership of this? Because you've got an earn and deal here, don't you?
We have an earn and deal to earn 100% interest. In the next 4 years, we have to pay $2 million to earn 100% interest. And we can pay out all the NSRs for another $7 million US. So for $9 million US, we'll own this 100%, no underlying NSRs.
So you feel you've got quite a good deal here.
Fantastic deal.
And why are these people that you're acquiring it from, why are they, maybe happy to let it go is the wrong phrase, but why are they selling it?
Yeah, they didn't see the value in it. It was sitting on their shelf for 10 years. They tried to do something with it in 2008. Metal prices, vanadium prices just weren't moving. They couldn't finance anything. But it's the right time and the right place for us to pick this project up and advance it. And they saw the value of the technical people that run this company. First Vanadium Corp is run by professional engineers and professional geologists. We've all worked for major mining companies before. We're all senior guys, know what we're doing. And as you can see from our track record in the last 12 months since we've acquired this, we were trading under 10 cents a share. We've gone as high as $2 a share. So we've gone 15 to 20 times in the last year. And that's all working through hitting technical milestones and exceeding them in a robust vanadium price boom. And
the current company valuation, is that a fair reflection of the potential here?
No, our market cap is sitting around 45 million Canadian. And when you see that there's an in situ metal value of $10 billion, this is going to go somewhere.
And all going according to plan, you'd be talking what, five years thereabouts to get into production?
Yeah, the advantage of this project is because it's a critical and strategic metal, and it's on the list of critical and strategic metals for the U.S. Government. They're streamlined. They've got legislation in the works. It's already passed by the House of Representatives, moving towards Senate for approval, and this will streamline the permitting process for projects like this to ensure that those metals, those critical metals, come to U.S. consumers faster. So geopolitically, we're in a good time as well.
And feeding into a growing market, of course, the steel,
yes,
the steel market.
This is vanadium metal prices are driven by steel because vanadium going into steel lightens and hardens the steel, and that's the driving force. 90% of vanadium gets consumed in the steel sector. There is, and with all the infrastructural projects that are out there, trillions of dollars of spending expected in Russia, China, and U.S. alone, and new demands that were unseen before are just adding more and more demand. There's the legislation in China this month that requires all Chinese rebar manufacturers to put 30% more vanadium in the rebar because they were putting out inferior steel and there were buildings that were collapsing. So that's a new demand. There's vanadium that's going into car chassis because it makes them lighter and more fuel efficient, stronger too. And there's vanadium that's going into the EV batteries as well. Small amounts, but that's a new demand going in. And thirdly, there's the larger scale redox flow battery. These are large scale batteries that 2 or 3 would fit in this room. And these are being built and deployed. It's no longer research and development. They're being deployed by power companies, putting them in their grids, power grids, so that they can modulate power. They can store megawatts of power, so they can buy cheaply from some source, store it, sell it more expensively in the evening. Makes them more efficient, more cost-effective, and better profits. So that's a new demand that's only going to increase. It's a really superior battery for that type of niche. And there's applications for solar and wind farms, because that's been another problem with solar and wind farms is the storage of the electricity. Because usually you gain that electricity at in the daytime or when the wind blows. You gotta deploy it then, but you can store it and use it in facilities around that in that area. So it's looking very, very positive for vanadium. I should mention that the only substitute for vanadium for its qualities is niobium, and that's a rare earth, and it's quite expensive. So we're not there yet to have niobium be a substitute for vanadium.
Exactly. I suppose just to finish us off with, Paul, over the next 3 to 6 months, the main push for you, getting this updated resource and kicking off the pre-fees? That's
right, yeah. We have, in the summertime, we completed 69 new holes in this deposit. We've only announced 16 of those holes. So we've got another 53 holes to report in the next 6 weeks. And then the resource to follow immediately, and then moving right into the pre-feasibility.
Paul, I wish you all the best. Good to see you.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.